Hey Cancer, it's Regina here at Tarot and Time in Kent, Connecticut. Let's jump into the month of August using tarot and astrology for everyday living. So this month you get the sign Venus, or the planet Venus, in your sign most of the month until August 25th. And so Venus in Cancer, nurturing, warm, loving. Just think of being really soft and compassionate to yourself and others, okay? Really spending time in the home, just enjoying beautiful meals. You know, it's summer and we can be harvesting from our gardens and enjoying beautiful meals together and being able to be outside. And it's very Venus in Cancer, so enjoy that. Mark your calendar for the 12th because Jupiter is going to be really close to Venus, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful energy. So the 12th of the month, and also kind of into like the 14th also. So enjoy that. Now, remember, Jupiter, the planet of luck, blessings, and expansion, is going to be in your sign Cancer for the next, I guess it might be 11 months by now. So this is really exciting. And Jupiter does its absolute best in Cancer. So I have a Cancer rising. I'm really excited about it. Now, let's see what else. You have your cardinal sign Cancer. So you have a square going on with the planets in Aries. Now, we know that Saturn will be in Aries until September. Then you get a little break. And then Neptune will be in Aries until October. And then you'll get a little break. And I was talking about earlier, like in the month ahead. And I've been talking about how I feel like they're going back into Pisces to kind of like clear up some old karma, clear some things up, and then they'll come back next year and with a little fresher, cleaner energy. So you'll get a break for a few months with that square. Okay. You also have a square. Now remember, squares are the harder aspects. They're the 90-degree angles. You have a square with Mars in the sign of Libra. Mars is the planet of action and motivation in the sign of Libra, not its best placement. And you're going to have a square with it too from August 6th till September 21st. So it may be a little bit hard for you to get things done. There may be that you have to deal with a lot of other people, and you have to make sure that you mind your manners and play nice, okay? But also for you, Cancer, don't go into like nurturing and trying to mother everyone or parent everyone or forsake yourself for everyone, because that's really easy for you to do. And especially when Libra energy is involved. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, you have a nice sextile going on with the Virgo new moon. And so sextile is a positive aspect. So on August 3rd, have this nice harmonious energy with the new moon in Virgo. You know, Virgo in general likes to get things organized and kind of is very adaptable, likes to put everything in its place and try the best positions for things. Now, this Virgo new moon is on August 23rd at 2:07 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So be open to new ideas and options, and then really focus on some kind of practice that can help you manage stress, okay? Whether that be exercise or that be some good hobbies, or maybe start cooking more healthy. Just keep that in mind, and it should flow to you pretty easily. Now, you're also going to have a sextile with the sun in Virgo from the 22nd of August until the 22nd of September. So more free-flowing energy, which is a good thing. The moon will be in the sign of Cancer. Now, the moon is your ruling planet, and it will be in your own sign on Monday the 8th at 3:05 p.m. And it'll stay there until August 20th, Wednesday, 7:17 p.m. So see how you feel during that time, whether you be a Cancer sun, moon, or rising. This should be more powerful time for you. Your intuition may be even more spot on than it already is, okay? Because you are watery, and water signs are called the psychic signs. And so there's a lot of feeling involved. You just have to learn how to trust it. All right, let's roll some dice, see what you need to know here. Let's get some general themes with these dice. And you rolled Mars in the sign of Libra. That's funny. That's where it is. In the house. Okay, well, we don't know where it falls into each of your charts, but you can look and see where Libra is. And so Mars, the planet of action, it's in detriment in the sign of Libra, which means it's not at its best. In the 11th house, which is Aquarius's house of large groups of people. It's associated with friends. It's associated with modern technology and new ideas. Okay. So you may need some help with technical things. There's definitely a lot of technical issues because Mercury is still in retrograde till mid-month. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Use your manners in relationships and don't take on too much burden. Also, there could be some friendship things going on. Be careful not to get into arguments. And remember, all that's happening until August 11th will be revisited during this Mercury retrograde. All right, I'm going to push these to the side. And we're going to start off with a few cards here. Just in general, what you need to know this month, Cancer. I'm working with the Cozy Witch Tarot. Haven't looked at any of these cards yet. I've got one for you from the Tarot of the Witch's Garden. This is the Touchstone Tarot. I'll give you one from there. We'll give you a cute little oracle here from the Wild Whiskers. And let's throw a couple tea leaf oracle cards, fortune cards here for you. All right, let's see what you're starting with. So you've got Page of Pentacles. When life gives you lemons, make enchanted lemonade. All right, Page of Pentacles. Young energy with the Page. Pentacles is anything of value, could be money. And so she's getting creative here and she's making lemonade and she's out there serving it up. Okay. Page of Pentacles, maybe trying something new, a new approach to making money, maybe. All right. Let's see what else we've got. We've got the Seven of Swords. So we see a woman kind of sneaking off away from maybe a bunch of friends over there up by the bonfire. She's taking 2 swords with her. She's left 5 behind. 5 is a number of change. Swords is all thoughts, communication. She's taking 2 swords with her. So it looks like she doesn't want to be part of that group. We kind of saw some energy here of maybe arguing with friends or just not aligning. Okay, so she's stepping away. Let's see what else we've got. Got the Page of Coins. So you've got the 7 of Swords surrounded by 2 pages. This is the Page of Pentacles. Oh, this is the same card. So 2 different artist versions of the Page of Pentacles. He looks like more like, what's he doing? He almost looks like he's got a really nice jacket on. Maybe he's like started a new job. He's learning something new. Okay, so you've got some things about work surrounding this situation that looks like a group of people you're not feeling like you fit in with. These crows are yapping at you too. All right, let's see what your oracle is. It says Serene Swan, elegance, purity, peacefulness. Regal goddess cloaked in white feathers, bestow on me the gifts of love and beauty. Okay, so swans mate for life. We've got a swan. We've got elegance. He looks very elegant in his jacket. And let's see what the other cards are. Beau, you are highly thought of. And Seahorse, family matters. Okay, so this could be a family situation. And you're kind of sneaking up, but it's saying you are highly thought of, even if you're younger, right? Pages, or even if you're like new to a family situation, it looks like you're highly thought of. Maybe these swans mating for life makes me think like maybe you're in maybe you got married recently or you have new family that you've acquired through a relationship. We see some matters, but you do see you stepping away. And maybe that's a smart thing. Maybe you need to step away. Let me pick a couple more cards and get a little more clarity here. 2 of Swords. Oh, interesting. Because that's basically what was being referenced here. She's carrying the 2 of Swords, and then the 2 of Swords shows up again. 2 of Swords is like when you come to an impasse, like you don't know which way to go, so you have to go within. Okay. So, and it's interesting that we only see one swan here. So there may be a need for some alone time. It's almost like with the page that you're still learning your own self-value, your own place in the situation. And let me just pull one more for a little more clarity here. What's going on here that Cancer needs to know? And we've got the Hierophant. Tradition is important, but it doesn't have to be everything. Interesting. Well, the Hierophant is usually a priest or somebody being looked up to. This one looks like they're at like a crystal shop or something. So tradition's important, but it doesn't have to be everything. And I was getting the vibe of like a new family situation. Maybe there's some traditions that they have that aren't working for you, but it's 5 is a number of change. I'm just going to put one more card on the table here. Anything else to give us a little more clarity here for Cancer? And it is the 5 of Swords. So another 5, more swords. This time she's holding 3 swords and there's 2 swords on the ground. Getting the impression that there's like an overbearing situation here. Look at like you may have a new in-law, or you have someone in the family or someone in a position of power around you. Could even be a long-term friend that you keep. Here's the 2 of Swords down here again. So there's like 3 references to the 2 of Swords, and that's asking you to go within to clear some things up in yourself. Sometimes we're reacting to people because of our own internal stuff. But remember, you're being highly thought of. So you may be thinking that you're not being seen properly, but you are being highly thought of. And it's just kind of early on in the storyline, okay? I hope that you feel some connection with that. Please comment. Please let me know. I'm going to pick a couple more cards here specifically. Now, this pile is going to be for your work life, work matters. And then I'm going to pick one for your love life, your love matters. So it already seems like we're picking up a lot of family stuff. Let's put some cards here. Okay. So this is work. We've got the 10 of Swords. Hurt people, and hurt witches, hurt witches. She's holding a bottle of poison. Okay, so there may be some stress at work. We've got the 4 of Wands. Family is whoever makes you feel the most safe and comfortable being you. A place to hang your witch hat. So interesting. So this family vibe actually could be work related because it's saying, families who you make. And it's coming up in the work pile. So you could be having issues at work where even there's someone that's like overbearing and you need to step back and step away and do your own like disconnecting, like pulling your energetic plugs out of the situation so that you're not reacting in the same way. Okay. There's obviously some people who have some of their own issues going on that probably doesn't have much to do with you. You may just be the brunt of it. And you got the 3 of Swords. So that makes sense to me. Okay. So there's a lot of heartache, pain, intensity here. And this too shall pass. Okay. Let's see what the tea leaves. We got a few of them. Vase, secret admirer. Jug, lighthearted, carefree time. So you got these 2 like vessels. Ink pot, problems to be resolved. Okay. So like someone here, a secret admirer, you may have someone more on your team than you realize over here. There's lighthearted, carefree time. You need to step away from this. This will be resolved, but I really don't think that it's you. I think it's work. Conflict in the workplace. That's what I'm getting. And you need to just step away, step back and away. Okay. And if you don't work with a bunch of people and maybe you're just work by yourself, but maybe there's just some stress going on and there is some lightheartedness coming in, and this is going to pass soon. Okay. Let's see what's in the love pile. We've got the 9 of Wands. So it's kind of like full alert. Sometimes like very self-protecting there. The King of Coins, the King of Pentacles. Okay. He's often can be seen as like very stubborn. Okay. There's a lot on the table here. King of Pentacles, King of Money, King of Value, Earth King. Got the September card. And Shield, you need to defend yourself. So it did look like you were on defense here. We see something about the month of September. The leaves are changing colors. Let me just pull a couple more here. What are we trying to message here for the love pile for Cancer? And the High Priestess, another 2. She's a divine feminine. She's psychic energy. She's you. She's ruled by the moon, just like you, Cancer. She's a Cancer card. So you see a woman spending some time by herself. She is a mystic. She is psychic. She's receiving messages. And she almost looks like a bride. So, and we see something about September. So maybe maybe you need to step away a little bit. You need to trust your instincts. If you feel that you're on defense, it may be for a reason. The World card just popped out and it says, yeah, you did it. Now do something to celebrate a job well done. So whatever's going on here, you're going to come to a conclusion, a successful conclusion with this beautiful World card there. So trust your instincts. If you feel that you're on guard for some reason, there may be a good reason, okay? I sometimes think of that King of Pentacles as being a very stubborn person that you may feel that you need to defend yourself with. Step away, take some time alone. Things are going to work themselves out for you here with the World card, okay? All right, I'm going to pull 2 more cards. If there's anything else that I need to tell Cancer, did I miss anything else important? Let's see what we've got. We've got the Cozy Witch card. This is the Fool card of the deck, and it says, take a chance, for each morning is a new beginning. All right, so some maybe feeling a little stuck in some of these situations, but every day is a new beginning. This is Aquarius energy. We have an Aquarius full moon this month. Oh, and the Lovers. So you got 2 major arcanas. So there's a relationship, a beautiful relationship here. There's also a beautiful relationship here with her own self. She's looking in the mirror, okay? The Lovers is choices. So yeah, there's a lot of other people to factor in here, but it's really asking you to take a good look at yourself, to love yourself, to go in the directions that you feel pulled. Every day is a new day. There may have been some problems, but you can move forward. It looks like you have a relationship to lean on here, but this is really a card of choices, okay? So make good choices and know that this too shall pass. Thanks for joining me, Cancer.